Anniversary live stream recap. Was there anything that was dropped information wise? Actually, there was. For those that watched the live stream, there was information. For those that missed off, obviously this video is being put out a day after, and that's mainly because this Coliseum, there's so many things that are just happening right now. It's difficult for me to kind of like keep up, but as well trying to do videos and kind of put them out and kind of do at least a good service to kind of the release, and as well do them in a snappy time frame, because I know people want to see stuff, understand stuff as quickly as possible. Anyway, so the anniversary calendar would have gone live in game. For me, it's not currently live at the moment. I will probably be doing a follow-up video to that one maybe later on today. Haven't decided. There's also Twitch drops. There may be an issue when it comes to Rebirth crystals, possibly the purgatory situation. Again, there's so many things going on in the game. It's just trying to figure out how I want to do it. Put it into MCNs. Is it best to make separate videos? I've got to collect all the kind of responses from Kabam on stuff. There's a lot of work still to be done. Twitch drops as well. You have to go and watch for about 12 hours, other live streams, other content creators. Just use it as an opportunity to support creators. Go and just check them out. By the way, there's loads of them, right? You know, lefties there. There's loads of, like, on the list. Where's the list? Search Marvel Contest Champions. If there's anybody live streaming, if you've got an Amazon Prime account as well, give them your Twitch sub. You know, you could give it me, but I haven't decided if I'm going to live stream, nor if I've got the time, because I'll be at work during the day. So yeah, go and support people. I know people don't like to watch, they wouldn't like to watch loads of live streams or whatever. They don't like it, appreciate that, and I understand that. It's just support people maybe. That just would be nice, really, for these up and coming content creators and live streamers as well. Anyway, let's get into the anniversary coverage, shall we? Because that's the main thing. What was covered by Kabam in this that we need to have some sort of like talk about? Well, first of all, I think one of the biggest things that came out of it, and again, like announcements wise, as much as there was like, you know, some stuff, one of my biggest things that came out, one of the most interesting things, is this image here. I think this is a new image. Don't quote me on this one, but I think this is a new image of Doctor Strange. I know there was some PNGs that were at the Summoners Fest, but I think this is the first original image of like what the character will look like, just a bit more. It looks amazing, right? They properly remodeled the character. They've made him less kind of like that 2014 new to the game, 2015 style. It's and kind of comic, but it's like this just feels like it's just super polished and looks absolutely amazing. So I'm excited for it. So Kabam Rex, Karate Mike, said that he rates the heavy attack animation and the new animations in general for this particular remodel and rework of the champion. More details likely coming in, I want to say either the start of January or another time. I'm not quite sure on that one. Kabam haven't really kind of stated. Kabam also went over information on the Twitch drops and also said about, you know, supporting aspiring content creators. And of course, doing things like, you know, what will Kabam be? I think they said they might be doing replays of the streams, but I think more in the case of what we said before, what I've said on the channel is they'll support other content creators. And I'm glad Kabam are doing this. Said about it ages ago, wanted to see it, it's now here. It just helps out a lot of aspiring content creators. There's still big question marks on how much you watch live streams to the extent of how much you get a 7-star exclusive Thor Ragnarok and the buff Thor Ragnarok, which will be something that will be coming soon. You get more information on that. But the emphasis is, you know, supporting the content creators. Kabam also, you know, went and showed like the rewards comparison there of like what is new, what was old last year, what you get now that's nice. And also went over the Twitch drops, which we've already done on the channel, which was again cool. Kabam also went over the 2025 events. You can see here, like, you know, all of the different stuff that went on. It's just a recap. They went over, like, you know, Red and Dead, Discount Shed, the fact that you get like a free Onslaught, Rebirth, mini Crucibles. There were a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun things to recap of the year, but also some interesting stuff. So during the particular event, that particular one there, the Rebirth one, that this particular coverage here, August, Kabam also said that there will be more 2-star side quests coming soon. And of course, we've got something this month as well. I think next week is the one with the collector, not the collector you can use, but the collector is a kind of either a protagonist of some description, or the story is kind of like centered around him, and you have to use certain 2-stars of some sort of classes. But at least it's interesting to see that there's 2-star based events coming soon, especially with the Sentineloids and Deadpoloids and adapt. No, we'll see. Is it like okay, symbiote, whatever it is, like with symbioids, we've got loads more 2-stars added to the game. They have different types of powers, and I think they may have some kind of like teasers of being viable. So what else? Oh yeah, there was a little tease. Like, it's difficult to find like exactly where it was kind of like mentioned, but Karate Mike was talking to the camera and said something like, in 2026 there will be an Everest piece of content, which may be close or something around 12th anniversary. I don't know. There was something that was kind of like not a flippant remark, but something that kind of like let an ambiguous, something quite ambiguous. So we'll have to kind of like see what that is all about. Kabam also went over some other events, in particular Squad Builder. So Squad Builder is, again, something that is coming back. It was the poker mode. Do you remember the poker mode? That was an interesting mode, wasn't it? Well, that's coming back. That is going to be coming back in February, I think, that Kabam gave the teasers for that one. But that, again, is interesting for the future as well. Kabam also talked about Dimensional Arcade and said that, again, this is coming back. This was actually something that was seen at Summoners Fest. This is going to be the kind of Dazzler Dance Dance Revolution thing, which we saw. I thought it was coming in December. I got that wrong. I think it would be something at the start of the year. So it's either going to be January or it's going to be like a February, but that doesn't make sense, because you'd be like, well, should you really have Squad Builder back in February? It would be one or the other. Like, maybe it's January. It comes the Dazzler Dance Dance Revolution thing is there, so we'll see what happens with that one. I actually quite liked it, to be honest, Dimensional Arcade, but I know some people weren't a fan of it. But it is what it is in the World of Marvel contest of Champions. And also, yeah, changes are coming to make it more engaging, which basically is the Dance Dance Revolution version we actually saw. What else? Coliseum was mentioned. Tier 5 Alpha Catalyst fragments are basically in there. I think that we covered that in a video that I posted on Wednesday. And yeah, just mainly go in and have a go. Solo mode is likely to have more of like a tag and nodes and feel quite restrictive. So I don't know what the future with the Coliseum is. Like, it's a good mode. It's just there's a lot of more questions, I think, on the confusion and structure of stuff, which I think, again, is another important factor to mention. So Kabam also went over Radiance as well, and basically talked a little bit about the consolidating competitive currency. And the dev diary for this is going to be out in January. I think that might have been known. Not sure if it was known. But when it comes to Magic, though, the model and update is coming, but not right now. Apparently, it might have been bumped because of the Doctor Strange buff. It might have been bumped like an extra month in kind of reveal, not like release, reveal. So we'll find out more maybe next month on that one, early next month of the January stuff on the roadmap or other things. Maybe we will, or maybe we won't. So the final thing, and Kabam went over some stuff like rework dailies, blah, 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 Coliseum again, solo Coliseums. You know, that's another thing. Solo Coliseum is launching in January. I think did we know about that one? I think we knew about that one. We know it's in there. It is what it is. And we're having a go at the moment, whether you like it or not. I think there's a lot of things to kind of like still kind of figure out with it. Anyway, Kabam Vincent, good to see Kabam Vincent back on it as well. Talking about the new trailer, which I'm just going to pause for a moment. You'll see my face, hello, and then what we're going to do is throw the trailer on screen to kind of like react to it. So this is the trailer right here. So it's really interesting the way that Kabam Vincent, first of all, put this kind of like the Mark 1 kind of like suit of J. Jonah Jameson, which is weird because they kind of like, there are nods, by the way, to the earlier Marks, because the the mark of the J. Jonah Jameson champion you're going to see, it's kind of further down the line of the development of the actual kind of like armor. It's like not Wolverine. It's like Iron Man, where it's like the Mark 1, and it's like up to like Mark like 4, like very quickly. It's kind of like that. And this trailer is pretty cool because it's been written by Kabam Vincent and basically goes over just a little micro history of maybe like the last year or more when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, Deathless Champions, other stuff like that. Some fights that would be applicable. The Idols versus the Deathless, again, another little cool tie-in with some champions. And of course, absolutely decimating the J. Jonah Jameson armor, which we're going to see. I'm just going to hurry it along a little bit because, you can see like he's just broken down. He's like, I've broken. The armor's broken. Oh, there's fights. There's lots of fights happening. That's cool. Spider-Verse-based heroes, annoying as is. Like, because, he doesn't like spider-based characters. Anyway, his suit has been absolutely destroyed, which you can see Spider-Punk has. I don't know if there's any kind of like secret like messaging here. Like, I don't want to be that kind of person to go, we got to kind of go back to, I don't know, that moment right then when Spider-Punk comes in, and then what do we have to pause the screen and look to see if there's anything on the tabloid of something? Like, is there going to be something that says, this is a character here, this is reference to this, reference to... I don't know. I don't want to go down that route because I would just be like, it says dementia is being diagnosed in people a decade earlier than it was 20 years ago. I don't know if it's worth kind of going down this bloody route with this. Anyway, so this was kind of like the trailer. It's pretty cool. The main point is the story of like, that is the reason, like his first armor got absolutely broken to bits. And he's like, right, well, I'm going to go for my Mark II and then build a further mark, which you can see like that's kind of like the better armor that is being created for him there. There's J. Jonah Jameson, voiced by Simon Reich, I think it is. I thought it was like something else. Do we have to, again, I don't want to be doing this, but do we have to now go back to the board? Because he just had a board right there. So do we have to pause the screen? Are these going to be cut from the actual trailer itself? So, Van of Dark, Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange, question mark there, whatever. What is question? Oh, question mark would be something. But like, could there be a secret character in this moment right here on the board? Nope. Could be something there. Could be something there. Fantastic Four, question mark. Doctor Strange, we know about. So that looks like could be Quake, but probably isn't. Anyway, without nitpicking anymore, that's been the trailer. Back to me. Hello, everybody. And then back to the live stream, because the live stream kind of like that is it really it. There were some nice words that Kabam kind of like, especially Karate Mike, had about the game, his feelings towards the game, how he got the job. It's nice to see this kind of like, good vibe. And I think for all of us, we're very passionate still after 11 years when it comes to this game. It's certainly weird for me. Especially when I started off making content, and this year I've celebrated my 10th year as a MCOC YouTuber, which again is so weird when you think about it. I haven't sat down and had time to properly digest like the last 10 years that I've been MCOC YouTubing, and the same thing when it comes to like how long I've been playing the game, which is more than 10 years. It's just been crazy. I will probably do like a video at some stage, but it's just that at the moment I've just got too much on in my like personal life, and especially as you've known, I've shared some of that stuff and some stuff I'm still yet to share with you when it comes to like stuff I've been up to, all of which probably wouldn't have been possible if I didn't, number one, start playing this game, and then number two, creating content in and around it. So it's weird. And number three being, you all supporting the channel. I wouldn't have been able to achieve not even 5% of what I've achieved, like career-wise. So thank you very much in any case. But I'll do like a more like proper video with kind of like context and other stuff. But it's been a crazy old time. I really do wish the game kind of like continues on like for another 11 years. We say that at the 10th anniversary, another 10 years. It just would be nice. I think it's nice because of the community, the people, the people around it, like us as people that play the game, but also as interact with each other as well. And there's some stuff that, you know, one of the final things that I just want to kind of like leave you with, as much as I know there might be people that don't like, say, Twitch drops and stuff like that. There was it's this right here, you know, not Dave doing this at camera, but 42 at this moment, at that moment in time, I caught 42,000. I think it went up to 43,000, but it became the top 10 game, and that's just on Twitch. And I tell you what, that is not an easy feat. I think it beat out like Marvel Rivals or something, which again, it's so brilliant that we've been able to do that. But that's just down to, yes, I know people will be annoyed, or got to go to Twitch, got to go interact with that, but it's all about just creating the community vibes. And if you can, we can continue that, we can then grow the community. We can then get, you know, more eyes over on like the Twitch and other kind of gaming platforms. You know, expand it to places like maybe Kabam could do it to like Kick and other things like that. Not so easy with Kick, I must admit. But anyway, it's just cool to see these things. It's cool and is the proper community vibe and spirit. Anyway, that has been the live stream recap. I hope you enjoyed this. Anything that stood out to you, put it in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Check out some other content located on the screen. Have a lovely day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.